Hello all, welcome again to my channel. Today I am going to give a collective reading, a general reading. What is the message from your ancestors? And the intention today is to help you connect, help you experience a connection through your ancestors. This is going to be a message, a positive message of anything that is helpful. These are ancestors who want to see you survive and thrive. And I also want to say that the intention is to be helpful here, and the intention is to help you increase your own individual direct connection to your ancestors. So as a reader, I do my best, but of course you know for yourself through your own intuition the meaning of these messages, or if these messages are directed to you or not. And so I just want to start with that, because that is just a very strong belief of mine, is that we all have our own intuition, and that is what should take primacy in these types of practices. Okay, so let's start there. And I do have 3 objects here that I felt drawn to today. You can start here. Feel free to pick an object first. We've got a turtle, a butterfly, and a lamb figurine. And then based on these objects, I started to shuffle to pick a tarot card, which I will now flip over. So feel free to select your reading based on the tarot card, and feel free to skip ahead based on the timestamp for your reading. So pile number 1, we have the Emperor. This is the pile associated with the turtle here. For pile number 2, we have the Knight of Swords. This is the tarot, the pile associated with the butterfly here. Very cool. And for the lamb, we have the 2 of Wands. Okay, wonderful. So please click the timestamp for your reading. Feel free to take a moment here and reflect on these 3 options and see which one you connect with the most, okay? I will see you at your reading. Hello, pile number 1. You have selected the Turtle and the Emperor card. I have your cards here that I shuffled just now, and I'm going to turn them over and give you a message from your ancestors. So I did get 2 cards from this deck. Let's see what they are. Wow, we have the Fool, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. Incredible. Let me just hold these up here real quick. This is the Visionary I Ching Oracle. We have the Approach of Spring, hexagram 19, Earth above, lake below. Beautiful. We have the 7 of Pentacles. The Knight of Wands. And just so you know, I do not read reversals. King of Swords. Lovely Magician. Very cool. And finally, Page of Cups. Okay. So, a message from your ancestors. What am I seeing here? First of all, very powerful cards. There's so much positivity in this spread. I'm drawn to this King of Swords first. So I do want to say that your ancestors are very proud of you. They are impressed. They're impressed by what you have managed to, how far you've managed to get in this lifetime. I get a strong message of advancement, progress. They see that you have done so much just out of inspiration, out of joy. Even when I look at the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune card here. And so overall, I just want to say this is a very positive message. Your ancestors are sending you cheers. I'm hearing cheers. It's just like, it's like a, you know, it's joyful, joyful, cheerful. They are very proud of you is what I'm getting here. When I look again, when I look into each card, I'm also seeing here this Seven of Pentacles, which for me personally, especially from this deck, I get the sense of like farming, right? This is someone who is working very hard on their land, and they're not seeing the best results here. This is about working a plot of land that is going to take time to really turn things around, because it's not the land itself is not just abundant right now, right? So this person is working with a delayed gratification. They have a plan in place. They're working towards it. They're applying it. They're putting it into practice, but they're not necessarily seeing the results just yet. And so your ancestors are remarking how your patience and your diligence, your hard work, your hard effort are going to be rewarded. They're going to pay off. So you may not see this just yet. You may not see the approach of spring and all the beautiful, abundant results of your work. But your ancestors want you to know that it's just around the corner. So we definitely get a clear message here about springtime being important for you. Springtime being a moment of powerful manifestation for you. I'm even hearing, you know, you're going to be in your prime. It's peak moment, prime moment. If you already have something that you're planning for the springtime, they're giving their blessing. They're saying it's, you know, this is great timing for you and to definitely take advantage. There's some kind of opportunity that you may or may not be aware of, and your ability to take advantage of it right away is going to definitely work in your favor. So that sense of like, don't even hesitate, like jump at the chance. They're also saying that. So yeah, we have interesting facets to this message. We've got the Page of Cups. First of all, we've got the court cards, right? We've got the King of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Page of Cups. And we have the Major Arcana. We've got the Magician, the Fool, and the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Emperor. So again, like just so much power, so much progress, advancement, go, that type of energy. And so I want to unpack it a little bit more and see if we can get any specifics about what they're so excited about for you. With the Page of Cups and the Emperor, I do think some of you may be becoming parents, this spring or this year. There is a sense of excitement that you could be parents this year. With the Page of Cups, something very dear to our hearts is giving us a lot of joy and inspiration. So if you're not becoming a parent, I do think there's something in your life that has sentimental value here. Something that is really helping you get in touch with your more sensitive side, your spiritual side. So I do think your ancestors are saying, we notice, we see it, it helps us feel connected to you. So if this is like a new practice of spirituality or creative practice, this Page of Cups, it's funny, I feel like it's being overshadowed by this very like yang energy, this very like exuberant energy. But this Page of Cups is really interesting because where it's positioned also under the Seven of Pentacles, it's showing how it's nourishing, it's nurturing your creative activities. Whatever you're doing here actively is really coming from a very tender spot for you, maybe even a vulnerable place for you. So your ancestors are saying, you know, you are, we see this, we see how important this is for you. We see how you may even be a bit shy or nervous, right? And don't be, because you are, in other words, don't let that trepidation slow you down here. Keep going. Let it be fun. You know, remind yourself what is so fun and exhilarating about what you're doing here, and all the possibilities. The possibilities are what excites you the most. So stay in that mindset of just being excited about those possibilities. You clearly have the work ethic, the diligence, the patience to keep going here. So they want you to have fun and just enjoy the process, right? It's not always about being results oriented. A lot of the times it's just about enjoying that process. Like if you're starting a new business, maybe this is what that Page of Cups is, right? Maybe you're starting, you're going out on your own, you're starting a new business, or you're putting yourself out there as this proprietor or entrepreneur. You know, maybe you are a graphic designer who's been working in a company, but now you're going freelance. So your ancestors are saying, like, you know, don't be fearless here and just enjoy the process, the excitement of all those possibilities of being self-employed and entrepreneurial. You know, you'll get much more mobility, options for mobility here. You'll, you know, your gains, your advancement is not going to be limited by a boss or a company. You're going to have, like, you know, the whole world of possibilities. So I think they're just very excited for you. I'm just going to pause this because I do want to take a closer look at this approach of spring, and let's see if I can get a prediction here. Okay, so one moment. Okay, yes, very clear, very interesting message here. Your ancestors are saying there is definitely something that is, time is of the essence. There is an opportunity that you either are aware of or you will be aware of very shortly, and you must take advantage of it immediately. Do not hesitate, do not wait. And the reason why is because this opportunity is related to something you've been working on that has been dormant, right? It's like these seeds that are underground that have been being nourished under, below your awareness. They are now starting to blossom. And you don't want to take for granted the fact that they are blossoming, they are growing now, that you're starting to see these results. When you see these results, when you see this opportunity land in your lap, right? Take advantage of it and assume that you won't get this opportunity again. I mean, that's how strongly they feel. Like, you should not hesitate, and also you should be, not that you should be impulsive and foolish, right? Not that you should, like, if someone's coming to you and they're like, oh, I have a real estate investment, I need $100,000 in cash. You know, I'm not saying, like, take any opportunity. I'm saying this is something you will recognize. It's going to resonate. It's going to really appeal to you, appeal to your heart chakra. It's going to be, like, very, again, sentimental. There's sentimental value in this opportunity and what this represents for you. So they want you to definitely take advantage. Do not hesitate, and also to take advantage in the for a sense of the long term, right? Like, put this opportunity in the perspective of the long term. So it may not be an opportunity that you can see the results immediately. So again, like if it's an investment, it's not necessarily an investment that it's going to make you wealthy by next year. But it is an opportunity, an investment, as an example, right? It's an investment that will allow you to retire sooner, or you know, allow you to retire in general, right? It's like, that's what they're saying, is that you you know, they see this coming for you, and they really want you to be prepared to take advantage of it. With the King of Swords, that preparation is definitely, you know, the nature of doing your research and just being very clear-headed, being very balanced, having good judgment here, being very discerning, you know, discern any, don't just get taken in by people who are excited, right? Like there's going to be a level of excitement, but balance the excitement with your ability to discern the facts and just stay reasonable, stay level-headed. But look at this. I mean, the Fool and the Wheel of Fortune, like, wow, so cool, right? It's going to be like, you're going to feel so lucky. You're going to feel very blessed. And with the Emperor and the Turtle, like, again, your ancestors are saying, like, they're very proud of how you've advanced, and they really want you to enjoy this and not feel so much pressure, not feel like you have to take care of everyone, but really enjoy the process and think about what this opportunity could mean for you holistically, like your whole life. How would it be improved? It's not just about, it's not necessarily going to be about money. It's not necessarily going to be about like getting rich quick, right? It could be like, this is an opportunity that's going to give you more autonomy in life, the ability to make your own decisions in life. So again, it could be like owning the business, but it could be other ways, right? There are so many ways this could show up. It could be an opportunity to work for a company, let's say, that is a large institution and gives you many opportunities, many pathways to advancement, much experience. Maybe this is an institution that will give you so much more work experience. So, again, you will know this for yourself, how this translates to you individually. But your ancestors are so excited. They do see this coming for you soon. So, in the spring, I would say, but, it's fast approaching, but again, it's like, it's only the beginning. You're only going to see the first signs, or you're only going to understand the first, or the early possibilities, the first possibilities of this. So, again, it's not necessarily going to be like you're going to win the lottery, but it's more like you're going to get this opportunity and you're going to realize like, oh, there's so much more to this. Like, this is a great long-term change or investment or chance for me, right? So don't take it for granted. Don't hesitate. Definitely do your work. But yeah, no, I hope that sums it up for you. I just see a lot of positivity here. They're really cheering for you. They're very proud of you. They want you to succeed. They recognize the hard work you have done, and they also recognize that you are very sweet and sensitive and kind and compassionate. And so they hope the best for you. They want you to be happy and fulfilled, and to make this choice, not because you make this choice for the best reasons, right? They see that you're going to make a decision for yourself that's really going to connect very deeply for you. Okay, pile number 1, very happy for you, very excited for you. I wish the best for you, and obviously you've got so much good energy around you, and I think you're going to do just fine, but very excited for you. And thank you for joining me in this reading. If this resonated, please hit the like or subscribe button, or both, right? And I'll see you next time. Hello, pile number 2. This is a message from your ancestors, and these are the ancestors who want to see you survive and thrive. This is going to be a positive message. I am doing this to help and not to harm, not to, not for any negativity. I just want to help you connect with your ancestors. If you're, feeling like you, if that's something that you want to do, also keep in mind that I do feel as a reader that there's no reader alive who could tell you anything that you don't know for yourself. So the more in touch you are with your intuition, the easier these messages can channel for you. So you will know for yourself if this message is for you, if this resonates. And let's see what we get here. So I do have the cards already shuffled and picked for this pile. So let's turn them over and see what we have. You did select the Knight of Swords here, the Prince of Swords. along with this yellow butterfly, okay? The first card we have is the Empress. Lovely, beautiful. Let's get close there. So cool. Sorry if this is having trouble focusing. Put that there. This is the I Ching, Visionary I Ching. We have repairing the damage. Wow. It's incredible that I have been pulling this card multiple times this past week. So I do think this is a strong message for those who are connecting with my channel. Wow, we have the Empress again. And I do not read reversals, so I did turn this right side up because reversals don't have any significance for me in my readings, okay? We have the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. I did get 2 cards for this deck. We have the Two of Swords. The Three of Wands. Another 3. Oh, wow. We have the Sun. How beautiful. And finally, we have the Seven of Cups. Very cool. So, very interesting message so far. Okay, pile number 2. There is something very important here that your ancestors want to tell you. I'm just pausing because I do want to make sure I synthesize this a bit before I start speaking on it. When I was shuffling, I had a particular energy. There's a particular energy I sensed, and it was very like, I want to say brusque, like just very direct, very like sure of itself, you know, not wishy-washy at all. So that might be your energy, that might be your ancestors' energy, but I do feel like it's also showing that there is a strong, clear message they want to impart to you. I think your ancestors have a message about your well-being, and it's full of love, it's full of care for you, concern. They really care deeply about you. We have the Empress card here beside this repairing the damage, which is mountain above, wind below. So I'm already getting a sense of deep love, deep respect. This is, you know, if this is someone who you know personally, this is someone who has so much strength and capacity, someone who is, you know, if not a matriarch, definitely a very caring maternal person. And again, this can refer to a specific person, or it can refer to your heritage, just how you identify with your ancestors, like what kind of ancestors you have, right? Like just very strong, but also deep. And they're concerned for your well-being. They really want to give you a message about, I got course correction. I got course correction just now. A message about course correction. I do think this is going to get a bit specific here, so just take this message as it resonates for you. But they want to tell you that, you know, they know you have an immense power, an immense ability here. And you know this, you're aware of this, like perhaps you're an incredibly intelligent person, perhaps you even were top of your class. Like there's something about a unique strength of yours. It doesn't have to be mental, right? It doesn't have to be intelligence. It can be something related to, you know, I mean, I don't know. I am getting intelligence. Like it could be math, it could be writing, but with the Knight of Swords here, I'm just seeing like a very sharp skill, a very sharp intellect, or even a sharp sense of what is right and wrong, like just a strong judgment here. I am seeing that. And your ancestors are saying like, you know this, you know that you have this in you. But I think they feel that you are maybe not caring for this side of you properly. They want you to take care of yourself. They really want you to, you know, be happy, be fulfilled, but also to be your best self. They really see for you, and they want for you strength and, you know, again, well-being. They really want to care for you is a strong message I'm getting here. And I think they want you to know that sometimes in order to care for ourselves, we do have to do a process of elimination. So I do think your ancestors are telling you there's something in your life, there's something that either it's you're aware of it or not. I feel like you're just sort of on the edge of becoming aware of it, but there's something in your life that it's not needed. It's like it's baggage. It's weighing you down. I do think your ancestors want you to know this. You probably, you know, had a sense of this, but I think hearing it will click something for you. It'll turn on the light for you. You know, we have the Sun card here, which is about awareness. It is definitely about joy and success and you know, receiving attention, receiving validation and rewards for your uniqueness and for your, you know, your individuality. But in this context, I am seeing it about turning on that light of awareness and letting it shine brilliantly. So it's like your ancestors saying that, you know, you are incredibly smart, you know better. And I don't mean to say that judgmentally, like this is all very positive. They say this with so much love, but I did get the message, you know better. So yeah, there is something in your life. It could be, you know, again, it could be anything. It could be an idea, it could be a goal, it could be a relationship, it could be a job, like it could be any number of things. So you really know for yourself how this would apply to you, if it resonates for you, if you feel that, if your own intuition is responding to this, then please listen to your intuition. You know, I'm not here to tell you anything but what you are feeling for yourself in your own intuition. So with the Sun and the Seven of Cups, I do see here, I do see here just something that is not serving you, that should be released. It should be banished. It really just should be like, it's like having that boundary. It's just like no, saying no, right? Saying no to what doesn't serve you. It's about asserting yourself here, asserting your own independence from it. Not letting it leech off you. You know, we see two empresses here. So we see a situation where, you know, you could be someone, you know, something in your life could be draining you of your abundance, right? Draining you of your energy, your resources. And your ancestors want you to know, like, you do not need that. Repairing the damage is, it's about, like, rooting out what is not serving you. Like, for example, in the, you know, and this is an example from the interpretation of the guidebook. It's like weeding, right? The process of weeding. In order to have a garden, you have to get rid of the weeds. Now, it's important because look at the potential for success here. You've got 2 Empress cards, okay? You have a Sun card and you have a 3 of Wands. Like, wow. And you have the Butterfly. So the potential here for you to create abundance, success, happiness, fulfillment. Maybe this isn't about money. Maybe this is about relationship abundance, right? Like the happiness of your relationships, of your social, you know, where you are, not just relationships romantic, but just, you know, friendships, having solid people in your life, feeling surrounded by their love, surrounded by their support. The potential for that success is so strong here. So that with a butterfly, you may not even recognize yourself or your situation after it grows and develops into this next phase. So I do think your ancestors are pointing to this transformation and saying, like, you know, you are just, you're there, you know, you got to focus there, because it's so beautiful, this transformation that is available to you. Focus on that transformation and don't focus on the temptations or the indulgences. You know, 7 of Cups can be indulgence, it can be delusions, it can be fantasy. Don't focus on these things that are just distracting you from your own truth, from the truth, right? The truth, the facts. Now, I haven't talked about the Queen of Cups very much with this 2 of Swords, but I do think this is definitely important here because we have the Knight of Swords, the Butterfly, and the Queen of Cups. And then the 2 of Swords, right? So I have a sense here that I feel like it's interesting. I feel like it's easier for you to process your feelings, to feel your feelings at the prompting of another person needing help. So let me try to explain that better. This is, to me, this is showing someone who, when you're asked for help, you don't say no. You know, you always say yes, because you're so giving. You want to give, but it can, you might need to ask yourself, you might need to check in with yourself if you are giving from a genuine place here. If you're giving because it feels good for you, or if you're giving because you're afraid of feeling bad. Okay, let me repeat that. Are you giving because it feels good, or are you giving because you don't want to feel bad otherwise, right? So it's like that approval, right? Like we give because we want someone to like us or approve of us. And we're afraid if we say no, they're not going to like us or approve of us, right? So I do think there's a message packed here about, you know, taking a look at that. Because a lot of times when people are givers, they underestimate what they're capable of, right? Like the reason why we're asked for help so much is because we're so strong or smart or talented. It's like we have resources that help other people, right? And so people who get asked for help a lot and say yes a lot oftentimes don't know their own strength. Like you might be underestimating yourself because for whatever reason, you know, you're not letting yourself feel your feelings. You know, with the Queen of Cups and this 2 of Swords, I do see here, like, you might be, it might just be easier for you to say yes to things and get yourself busy because you don't have to slow down, you don't have to stop and think and feel, right? I even see that with the 7 of Cups. You know, sometimes we have a busy life. We keep ourselves busy because we don't want to like stop and think and confront a reality. But your ancestors are saying, you know, the truth is there, the facts are there. They want you, with all the love that in the world, they want you to accept the reality. You know, accept the reality of your strength. Accept the reality of your brilliance. Why are you hiding? I'm also hearing that. Why are you hiding? I mean, look at this butterfly, right? Imagine being a caterpillar. Someone comes up to you and says, do you know that you're a butterfly? You wouldn't believe it, right? But that's the possibility. That's the potential for success for you, that you, the transformation available to you, the transformation that is inevitable for you, is so big that you just, you know, you can't even imagine how much that growth could mean for you. So if I'm just going to sum this up, I do think the message here from your ancestors is, you know, to take a look, you know, to take a look at your feelings, take a look at what you're doing, what your actions are, what you've been busying yourself with lately. And, you know, with this Knight of Swords, take action here. Don't tolerate anything less than you deserve. Don't tolerate anything less than what your transformation requires. Go after what you want. You deserve it. Go after what you want. Let the facts present themselves. Don't be afraid of the truth. Let the truth reveal itself in the light of your own power of reason, your own intelligence. You know, you don't have to deny that you are an intelligent person here. You can be, you know, if you're not aware of what's going on, you have it in you to be aware of what's going on. You know, you have it in you to shed light on whatever is sort of puzzling you or confusing you at this time. So your ancestors want you to do all of this because you are loved, you are cared for, you are cherished. They cherish you. They cherish what possibilities, what abundance. They cherish you so much that they want the best for you. They cherish you so much that they want all the possibilities open up for you. With repairing the damage, you know, I feel that perhaps you are coming from a past where there was a lot of pain, there was a lot of, you know, I think we use the word trauma too much these days. We throw it around, but I'll say trauma here because I do feel like with repairing the damage, and the Empress is here, this is about intergenerational trauma. So I do think your ancestors are saying, like, you know, don't be ashamed of your past. Don't be ashamed of who you are. You know, be proud of who you are because you are a survivor. You come from people who brilliantly figured out how to survive and thrive. And so they really want to see the best for you. They don't want you to waste your time on anything that is not serving you, okay? I hope that resonates with you, and I wish the best for you, pile number 2. I see so much love here, but I also see so much truth. I see so much directness. So I do think that you're going to be blessed. If you are not already, you're going to be blessed with that direct knowledge of what you have to do, the next steps you have to take, the action you have to take. I think it's when you take this action that you'll actually feel, your feelings are going to be easier to process. You're going to feel a lot that has been kept at bay, that has been squashed down, you know, like you've been pushing down those feelings. But I think by taking that action, because you know you deserve better, by taking that action, you're also going to heal a lot of unprocessed feelings here, okay? And that again is pointing to that transformation. This is a powerful personal transformation that is awaiting you. So pile number 2, sending you much love and warmth and care. And if this resonated for you, please hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you at the next reading. Take care. Hello, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me at this reading. This is a message from your ancestors, and you chose this lamb figurine, very cute, as well as the 2 of Wands here. Okay, so I've shuffled your cards, selected the cards from your pile, and now they're laid out here. We're going to turn them over. We have the 7 of Swords. Let's see if this can focus better. We have, this is the I Ching, Visionary I Ching Oracle. We have hexagram number 13, Fellowship. Interesting. Sky above, fire below. And I'm seeing a cave here, a fire, like a campfire within a cave, but we also see these bones, so perhaps something ritualistic here. And I'm seeing, we have the Princess of Wands, the Page of Wands. Very cool. I saw 2 butterflies there, and it's like 2 wands are there, so that's interesting. Now we have the 7 of Cups. Also, I don't read reversals, so if it comes out reversed, I am flipping it. The Knight of Pentacles. I got 2 cards from this deck that came out at the same time. Oh, wow. We have the 4 of Pentacles and the Emperor. And finally, we have the Page of Cups. Wow. This came out in the first reading. The Emperor and the Page of Cups came out in the first reading. So you might, if you were drawn to pile number 1, you might want to look at that and see if that resonates for you. So, pile number 3, what are we seeing here? What am I seeing here? I love this Fellowship card. I'm going to just pause so that I can read the guidebook on this, but I'm getting a bit of a picture here already. So one moment, let me just take a look at that. Wow, so pile number 3. Such a beautiful message here with the Fellowship card. Yeah, I'm starting to see the bigger picture now. There's like threads weaving together to form this picture. So I do see that, well, what your ancestors are telling you. Your ancestors are affirming or acknowledging that you are a connector. You have been able to connect people that would not otherwise be getting along. Okay, so I do think that is one message here with the 2 of Wands and this Lamb, and even this the Page of Wands. I see here that there's something that you do that you are talented at here with gathering, inspiring, and getting people to be enthusiastic, getting people to want to participate in something, right? Engaging people. That's the word, engaging people. Now, maybe this is something you do for your job, but I feel like it's something very unique to you. It's something you get joy from. And so the 2 of Wands is this great positive energy showing that what you're doing is working, it's gaining steam. You have a lot of enthusiasm here, and the enthusiasm is catching on. So I think your ancestors are first affirming that for you. They see that. I feel like I want to pull another card from this deck. It's interesting that this came up again, the exact same card from pile number 1. So I do want to get a clarifying card. Let's see what other card from this deck wants to show up here? Okay. Four of Swords. Okay, let's put that Four of Swords there. Is there anything else? Oh, okay. Wow, okay. I got a bunch. I got a bunch. I also got the Emperor. The Seven of Wands. The Eight of Cups. Okay, so there's definitely more context here that I can tap into. The sevens and the fours are showing up very strongly in this reading, so I will talk about that. I want to make sure this is visible, so let me just put this here. Pardon me, I'm just going to make some room. Make sure you can see all the cards here. Let's do that. I'm going to line up, so these sevens want to line up here, okay? And then, sorry. Patience is a virtue. Eight of Cups. Okay. Wow. So we have the Emperor twice. I see an enterprise here. I see something big, something gaining steam. You have a hand in it, but I do feel like this is something bigger than you, okay? So you may not be aware of of the enormity of it. Perhaps this just came to me, like perhaps you are volunteering your efforts in some kind of community action, and so that's what I mean, like it's bigger than you. You do participate and you play a very important role here, but I do feel like this is something, like this is a big operation, or this is a big goal, you know, and it's requiring the efforts of multiple people, multiple communities even, I would say. So your ancestors are saying, first they're saying, like, you are so key, you are very important here, and don't underestimate your contribution here. Your ability to connect people, to inspire people is absolutely needed in this endeavor you're in. Now, I got more cards. I'm getting more context and a theme emerging with these sevens and the fours. And I'm drawn to this Knight of Pentacles with the Four of Pentacles. So I do think your ancestors want to relay important information to you that will give you and your whole, you know, you and your group here stamina. There's something that you need to know to protect your efforts, protect your progress, not lose any of the progress you've made. With the seven, we have the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So we're seeing here, you know, with the sevens, there's already important information that's been revealed. There's some kind of a milestone that you've already reached here, and it is inspiring you. It is giving you the courage to keep going. But when you reach this milestone, I do feel like it's already happened. It sort of brought up new challenges. It made you aware of new challenges, new difficulties here. So if you're aware of the Hydra, the myth of the Hydra, this is the Hydra, you know, you slay one head, but then seven appear. I believe it's seven heads appear that spring from that head, right? So it's about like accomplishing something, but then by reaching that new position, a higher position, you then become aware of new challenges that you didn't have before, right? More money, more problems is another way you could say that. But yeah, with the Emperor twice, like, this is big, this is major. What you're trying to achieve is major. You definitely have potential to reach your goal here, but I am seeing the enormity of it, and I'm seeing how intimidating this can be for you and all the people you're working with together. Okay, so your ancestors, wow, I'm getting the message that your ancestors want to remind you why you're doing this. Like, think about those you are protecting here. With the Eight of Cups and the Four of Swords, I'm getting the sense that sometimes you really feel like you could just block it out, that you could tune it out, you know, tune out the enormity of the challenge. And it's important to get rest. It's important to get rest so that you can keep going. But I do feel like sometimes you wonder if you want to keep going. There's like an existential crisis here in a sense. So your ancestors are saying two things. They're saying that first, there's information, there's important information coming to you that's going to be key for your strategy, your long-term strategy. It's going to be key for you achieving this in the long run, right? Not giving up, for persevering. That's the important information that is going to be revealed very soon. The next message is that it's to, you know, it's to not give up. However, sometimes in order to stay the course, we need to take our eyes off of the distant horizon. Like, this person is looking at a mountain peak, right? Let's take a look at this. This person is looking, it's nighttime, you know, in the night, like, our fears are, can loom larger. And here's the moon shining, the full moon. These fears, these imaginings are much more, we're more aware of our subconscious on a full moon. Things are coming to light in our subconscious. And he's looking at this mountain peak and he's thinking, you know, could he take this on? Is he ready to move on, to move up? He's aware of the challenges that face him. So it can be quite scary because there's so much uncertainty, right? You don't know if you're going to succeed. So the message I'm getting here is that sometimes it really doesn't serve you to think on those lofty terms. Sometimes what you need to do is really break things down into manageable chunks. And to have humility here, to have humility that you're not the only reason why this project or this goal is going to succeed. You're one of many parts. So it takes humility to recognize that, you know, to recognize that this is going to succeed because multiple people are going to contribute. And you can only do so much. So when you break something down into smaller pieces, when you compartmentalize or you block, you know, you break something down to blocks, right? Then it allows you to have better boundaries, right? It allows you to first of all enjoy the successes that you thought were too small before. Maybe you took for granted that, you know, we got through the week. Maybe you never thought about that. You thought about like getting through the year, but you know, this is how I'm trying to explain the example to you. Instead of thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, how am I going to get through this year? I have 9 months of work to do. You know, the advice here is get through the week, right? Break it down into smaller pieces. And then that way you feel responsible for a smaller piece. And that is much more grounded. That is much more realistic. So your ancestors are saying, don't think too far ahead. Don't think about the whole picture. If that is throwing you off here, that may not be the best way to conceive of this goal here. It might be better to actually narrow your perspective and just focus on something small, focus on something more detailed here. But they do see that, you know, you are a key piece here And whatever you're doing is working. They want you to know that. With the two emperors, you know, it's interesting. I'm actually getting a sense of the two emperors not being the same energy, but actually being opposing energies. So, you know, I am seeing a confrontation here. And with the fellowship, it's like ever more reason why that solidarity is important. The relationships, the ability to inspire others, the ability to make this, the ability to cheer each other on and be joy, you know, celebrate your victories together. That is also key here. That enthusiasm is what's going to carry you all to the next steps. Wow, so much going on here. It's very interesting that you're involved in this. I think you've got tremendous potential for success, and I think your ancestors want to know you specifically are doing something great here. Just with your joy, the way you can get people to get, you know, feel a sense of possibility, feel braver, the way you encourage people, that is something unique to you, and they really want you to be aware that you have an important contribution to make here. I keep thinking about these butterflies. Butterflies in the stomach. I think sometimes you get a little bit nervous. You're just like, what am I doing here? You know, it's imposter syndrome, right? It's like sometimes you realize like, oh my gosh, like I actually have like an important thing to do here. I don't know if I could do it. You know, that sort of nervousness, right? But, you know, they see that this is such an important thing you're working on. Oh, sorry, that's my alarm. It's gonna stop in a moment. But yeah, they see this as such an important thing you're working on. You know, with that, the alarm going off, and I was looking at the Four of Swords. There's something there. This is about, I feel like also, it definitely helps to, instead of tuning out, you know, this is the temptation to like go home, close all the windows, close all the doors, turn off your phone, and just like tune everyone out. If that is your temptation, I think your ancestors are saying, you know, maybe instead of that, you should get some fresh air, get outside, you know, do that for yourself. If you need to recover, being outside, doing something like exercise, getting yourself moving rather than just holding up, that's actually going to do more wonders for you. They really want, I'm sorry, I keep pulling different messages here, but it's all pointing to the same thing. You know, your ancestors are rooting for you. They're cheering for you. They're so amazed and proud that you're able to bring people together for this common cause. And they really want you to succeed. They want you to persevere. They want you to never give up. That this is such an important thing you're working on. They're advising you that, you know, if it means breaking things down into smaller goals, by all means do that. Make it more manageable for yourself. Sometimes it could also mean getting a distraction, taking some fresh air, taking a break, doing something different and fun. But ultimately, you know, they really want you to stay the course here. They really want you to believe in yourself. You know, we have this lamb, and I get the sense of the, you know, innocence, right? But I also get the sense of David versus Goliath, you know, the taking on a giant, taking on this intimidating opponent. And so with the two emperors, your ancestors, and the Two of Wands, right? With the two emperors, your ancestors want to say, this is an equal match. You are not unmatched here. You have what it takes to fight this, to challenge to fight this challenger. And the key is that solidarity. The key is working together to do this. You know, what you can accomplish by doing this, it's going to protect a lot of people. It's going to save a lot of people. But don't let that scare you, you know? You're doing a great thing, but you are also only human. So, a lot going on here, right? I wish I could make this simpler, but I do think I am getting the sense that whatever you're involved in, it's big, it's major, it requires, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So it requires every tool you have at your disposal to keep going, to take this on, to get those small gains that are, you know, over the course of the larger mission, right? Yeah, wow. Good. Best of luck to you, pile number 3. What an interesting reading. If this resonated for you, hit the like and subscribe or leave a comment. I'm really curious what this might mean for you. But I really wish you the best of luck in this endeavor. I think that I think a lot of people are rooting for you. And I think you're going to do great things. I really do. I think you're going to do great things in this lifetime. So, pile number 3, take care. Thank you for joining this reading, and I'll see you at the next one.